Yo guys, next mission. Water storage control has been defeated. 4 out of 10 difficulty. Wasn't too bad. We're gonna go to Upstream HydeoFlame operation. 5 out of 10. Last we were here, we upgraded the swarm. I believe it was swarm capacity. Increased swarm capacity, evolution. Increase the maximum number of buggos you can control. So not super useful. I would, well, but I want to shoot straight for the wasp nest. I think, well, maybe it is useful. We'll see. We'll see if it can. I'm gonna not change my plans until I just can't beat a mission. So here we go. Right now we definitely got too many workers or too many builders, and all right, looks like our blue guys or swarmers are starting to break through. This is exactly what we need. And I need to secure, this is kind of a difficult mission because you have to push out into the center, and it's like the worst situation for the Buggos because you don't want to be in the center. You don't want to be, you want to create the concave. You don't want to be in a concave under any circumstance, really. But so I'm just gonna all I can do is just kind of swarm out, this way, and just hope for the best. See, like, this is kind of bad news bears for me. Is like a bunch of flamethrowers blocking my way, and if they get like a good little, see how they got the, like, they're kind of trapping me in here. Like, this is already kind of bad, and I have to redirect some of my swarms to kind of go, and if they get like a third one in here and just lock this down, this is gonna be bad. But we're gonna try and avoid that, obviously. Looks like we're getting rid of the flamethrower people, which is really good. We definitely don't want too many flamethrower people to be blocking our way of. Man, they got a good little troop here. They are very actively killing me and moving forward. We're doing moving forward tactics and killing me. Nice. The other issue right now is, well, I'm not really sure what the other issue. We just don't have enough production. We need way more production. I think I'm just gonna build, like, just tell them to build out here, and if we can just have a breakthrough, wherever we do build is where the breakthrough will happen, and I'm just not gonna super worry about. Actually, let me build. I need to, wherever we have a foothold, let me pull one of these really quick. I think we got this. I think I can get enough. Sorry guys, I know I'm just kind of focused here. Can't lose to humans. It's the flamethrower people that are like the real issue, but as long as I can maintain enough pressure here and kind of build this out to increase the pressure, then we're pretty solid. just like I said, we are you know, building out slowly. So that's really what matters, is to slowly increase that pressure until they can't hold us, essentially. We are slowly moving our way through. That's what I like to see. I'm gonna put another hive there just so I can get a little bit more of these workers out. Kind of build this out, because I don't think we'll have enough pressure to break through unless we do that. Although we are making progress here, which is really good. Once we get like this little corner finished out, then that's gonna be beautiful for us. Let's move into here. We got one turret. I thought we had it. I gotta take out that one turret before I can move in here. Alright. The game is basically won. It's just that the beginning phase is like the dangerous part. Once we get through that, it's like now it's just a time game of like filling out these tiles, increasing pressure more and more as we produce more and more buggos. You know, our red guys are slowly going over here building this, and it's just, we're gonna squeeze them out slowly, basically. But as you can see, our bar here, this is actually good to see. This right here, that we're not fully capped out. Like, if we can't break through the enemy and we're fully capped out, that's bad, because there's nothing for you to do to make yourself better. And then, you know, but if you have plenty of room to improve, like building all this out, you know, that means you got growth to do, and then you have, you know, more chance of breakthroughs. Yeah, the auto building is very janky. I think that's how I would sort of describe it, as like, I wish it was a little bit more. I wish, I know it's, well, it's difficult because it's difficult to program probably, but right now a lot of times your builders will automatically go towards buildings that are on the front lines and die over and over again. In which case you end up losing all of them, and they'll ignore a building that's like right next to them. On the same note, they'll just ignore something that's like right next to them, and you won't know why you're like not winning, but it's just all your workers are dying for no reason. Of course, you can delete those blueprint buildings that haven't been built, because eventually you can set it up so your buildings that are destroyed will turn into a blueprint, which will tell your workers to rebuild it again.
But then they just run after that building again and die again. So it's kind of like, I wish sometimes they would have like automatic proximity build, like where they would just build to the closest thing possible instead of like whatever they've chosen to build, and then they just keep going that way and going that way and going that way. The system works pretty well, but sometimes it does kind of have issues like that. Anyway, we lost 21,000 Buggos. Humans killed 630. Took me 9 minutes. Anyway, good game. Good game. Let's go over here. Let's see. What was that mission? That was Upstream HydeoFlame operation. Upstream HydeoFlame. Right. Yeah. We have evolution chamber option here. We're gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna continue increase buggo damage by 1. Awesome. And where's our? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to go to get our basic wasps. The great thing about the wasps is they can go outside the boundary of the map, so you can hit targets and slowly attrition the enemy without frontal assaults, and that's kind of like what makes it a really powerful unit. Anyway, I'm gonna stop recording. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.